Hello everybody, my name is David. Welcome back to the 3D Critic channel. Today I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the Puma MB.02s and see if they are shooting gun friendly. Now when it comes to the price, these retail for $130. However, they are going on sale for as low as $100. So if you guys are interested in grabbing a pair for yourselves, I will leave a link in the description box. While there's a lot to like about the Mellows, there were some things that I didn't like, and it was really frustrating to play with when it came to the overall performance. So to break it down for you guys, I'm going to start with the traction. So for traction, it features a full-length non-slip rubber outsole with a feathered traction pattern that transitions to a herringbone pattern in the heel. Now, if I had a word to describe the traction, what would it be?
It was horrible.
When it comes down to making lateral movements such as going left and right, it slipped every single time. It was very annoying to deal with. When you are doing a leg kick and going down with your foot, it slips every single time. And you will struggle with that when you're trying to get open for a shot, creating space, pick and rolling to the basket, as well as trying to stick someone man to man, which was annoying at times. For hard stops, it's okay. It actually grips to the floor decently, so you won't have any problems stopping at all. It's just the lateral movements that you are going to struggle with. And the traction pattern overall gets really dusty and you have to wipe consistently on a consistent basis. And considering that all the grooves are tightly woven together, it is really hard to come out. So if you are playing on these, you have to clean it every now and then, that way you can get the best out of the traction. And to get the best out of this traction, when it comes to the lateral movements, instead of doing leg kicks, just use the floor and you'll get more grip that way, I found out. And it'll help you create space that way, but it will slip a little bit every now and then considering the quality of the rubber here. But the durability of the outsole is actually really good. There is a little bit of fraying on the edge of the outsole here, but other than that, when it comes to the durability, it's actually really good. So overall, the traction for me, you're slipping everywhere, and you try to get the dust off of it, and it's still not good for me at all. You get grip a little bit, and you lose it right away when dust builds up in it. So overall, I'm going to give the traction 5 out of 10. The cushion setup is made up entirely of a nitro infused foam. So the cushion, in my opinion, is actually very comfortable. The forefoot is very responsive, and it'll help you a lot when you are trying to react to people's shots, and as well as picking up your transition defense as well as on offense. And then the heel, it is very soft, especially, and it'll help you a lot when you are crashing the boards. When I do heel strikes, it had no effect on my back at all. It was very smooth, and the heel to toe transition overall is actually really fluid. And this will help you a lot when you are running up and down the court when you're transitioning from offense to defense. So overall, the cushion is very good. It isn't explosive in the forefoot by any means. I'm not gonna jump to the moon if you're looking for that. And the heel cushion is actually really soft as well. It is a good cushion setup to have if you are a shooting guard. So for that, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Now for the materials, it is mostly made up of this engineered mesh with fuse overlays that you can see here, as well as fuse on the toe box and fuse on the lateral side of the shoe. On the tongue, you get a perforated mesh, as well as an external TPU heel counter. So overall, the materials is actually really nice on your foot, especially. When you have your feet in, it is very comfortable. The materials are very flexible as well, so you won't feel any pinching when you are playing in these. I like how the wings are integrated on the shoe, as well as LaMelo's trademarks. And it's a very good looking shoe, in my opinion. However, since the material isn't really ventilated, you will heat up when you're playing in these, and your feet will sweat up a good bit. But overall, it's really nice, really comfortable on your feet. And for that, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. When it comes to the fit, I would personally go true to size. It fits very nice on your foot, lengthwise and widthwise. So it'll give me a really good 1-to-1 fit. So if you are a wide footer, I suggest that you go up half a size considering the 1-to-1 fit that you have. And if you are narrow, yeah, I would recommend that you go down half a size. But overall, the fit for me, it was really nice. The 1-to-1 fit was really good on my feet, and it molds to my feet very well as a whole. So for that, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Now, when it comes to lockdown on the Pumas, it is actually really good depending on how you lace up the shoe. In the forefoot, it is really solid. You're not going anywhere considering how the material molds to your foot. And in the midfoot, you are really locked in with the lacing system that you have here. And when it comes to the heel lockdown, it depends on how you lace up right here. If you lace up here, you are going to be dealing with a little heel slippage now and then, but if you lace it all the way up to the top eyelid, you are not going to get any heel slippage at all. So keep in mind when you're lacing things up. However, if you keep them laced up here, it's going to be really hard to put on. So readjust the laces, that way you can get your foot in as a whole. But overall, the lockdown is good if you lace them up all the way to the top eyelid, and the lockdown will be phenomenal for you guys. So for that, the little caveat that you have to deal with, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Now when it comes to the support, it features a TPU panel that helps with lateral support. On the bottom, there is a midfoot shank plate that helps with the overall torsional support. And there is a external TPU heel counter as well as an internal TPU heel counter to help prevent your heel from moving from side to side. But the base as a whole, it was very narrow, and there were a couple of times where I rolled my ankle on my left side and then the same day on the right side. So it was susceptible for me rolling my ankles, and it was dangerous to a point where I had to stop playing. So keep that in mind when you're playing in these. The base is really narrow, but the rest of the support features are actually okay. So overall, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. So to answer the question, are the Puma LaMelo MB.02s shooting guard friendly?
No!
I wouldn't recommend these at all considering how bad the traction is on a clean court, I might add. where you would slip every now and then, left and right. You try and wipe and it still doesn't help. You get a little help when you are using ground contact with the floor, but that is the only exception. And the support is a little iffy, considering that I rolled both of my ankles in it. And that's another reason why I wouldn't suggest it at all. But everything else is actually really nice. So if you want to cop these as like a casual, it's a very good looking shoe. It's very comfortable as well. And the materials are very nice on your foot as well. But for performance sake, for shooting guards, I wouldn't recommend it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below on your thoughts on the MB.2s, on what you've experienced as well, along with any other questions that you might have. If you would like to support this channel, hit the subscribe button down below. It is very appreciated. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I will leave my account in the description box below. Once again, I'd like to thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, keep shooting.